Oh, didn't see you there. Today's story will be about the Russian Revolution, but it is my understanding that many kids who are learning to read are in the audience today. So, we're going to combine these two things and make it an ABC book of the Russian Revolution. But keep in mind, some letters are very annoying and hard, such as Q and X, because not many interesting words start with that letter. So, we're going to have to stretch it a little. Just bear with me, folks. And we will now start our story. A is for Alexandra. She was the Tsarina during the Russian Revolution. When Tsar Nicholas left for the war, she was put in charge. B is for Bolsheviks. They were a social party of the Russian Marxists. We'll learn about Marxists later. C is for communism. Communism is the form of government use in Russia. It states that everyone is and always will be equal. That means that they all share the wealth and everyone makes the same amount of living. D is for Duma. Duma is any various representative assemblies in Russian history. E is for depose. Depose is the action of removing a monarch from the throne. F is for February Revolution. The February Revolution was the first of two revolutions in Russia that resulted in the abdication of Tsar Nicholas II, the collapse of the Imperial Russia, and the end of the Romanov dynasty. And we'll be back after this message.
The program is brought to you by Turtles.
I like turtles. I like turtles.
I like turtles.
Hello again, and we're back. Let's continue the story. G is for Grigory Rasputin. He has been known as the Mad Monk and is said to have healed the Tsar's hemophiliac son. He was hated by most of the Russian citizens and was brutally murdered. H is for hemophilia. Hemophilia was a common disease that prevented your blood from clotting, and this was contracted by the Tsar's son. I is for Industrial Revolution. The Russians were very behind during the Industrial Revolution and were poorly equipped for the war. They did not have enough weapons or supplies at all. This was one of the reasons for the Russian Revolution. J is for Joseph Stalin. He became the leader of the Communist Party after Vladimir Lenin died. K is for Karl Marx. He was an extremely illustrious philosopher that invented Marxism. L is for Leninism. Leninism is the political economic theories of Lenin which provided the guiding doctrine of the Soviet Union. Interesting stuff. M is for monarchy. Monarchy is when one person is in control of the entire country. O is for Romanovs. The Romanovs were the major dynasty of Russia that lived through the last 300 years. Nicholas would be the last. P is for proletariat. It is a term used in Russian history to describe the lower social class. I'd just like to take this moment to say we are majorly stretching this letter. Q goes for Znamenskaya Square. The Znamenskaya Square is a major square in the central business district of St. Petersburg in Russia. It was the scene of many revolutionary protests. T is for Titoism. Titoism is an adaptation of communist ideology used to describe the specific socialist system built in Yugoslavia. U is for United Front. United Front is the Lenin strategy of alliance between communists and other radical groups. V is for Vladimir Lenin. Vladimir Lenin was a Bolshevik communist politician who who contributed to the Marxist theory with Leninism. W is for World War I. World War I was a cause of the Russian Revolution because they did very poorly during it, and they blamed Tsar Nicholas for their lack of supplies and terrible fighting skills. X is for Marxism. Marxism is the political philosophy and practice derived from the work of Karl Marx. Y is for 5-year plan. It was a series of nationwide economic developments in the Soviet Union. Z is for Tsar. Tsar is the ruler of Russia. Well, wasn't that an interesting story? I know I enjoyed it. Thank you for Storytime with Nick. Hope to see you again. Duma is any... I can't read this.
No, you have to cross your other.
Who wrote this?
What?
This.
That was me. No, that wasn't me. That was Billy.
Okay. What is the second? What's this word?
Huh?
What's this word? Communism is the form of government used in Russia. It uses... I can't read it. States that everyone is and always will be... Always... It's the form of government used in Russia. I can't stop. Keep going.
Yeah. Alright.
Give me a second. Okay. Okay. Wait for it. This is okay. Okay. Just stop talking.
Don't look at him. Don't look.
Communism is the form of government used in Russia. What are you doing? Clicking the thing. What is that?
Alright, go again.
I'm looking at it. Communism is the form of government used in Russia. What are you doing, Billy? I can't. Okay. Communism is the form of government used in Russia. It states that everyone is and always will be...